As the sun sets down.
Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Darien Gostas. I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Sheridan, Wyoming. Sheridan, Wyoming is the #1 western town in the United States. And so it's not uncommon to see people with cowboy hats, cowboy boots, and to hear country music blaring in department stores and Walmart and whatnot. In this unique atmosphere where our parents were so country-oriented, my friends and I kind of rebelled against it. And so we drive down the country roads, you know, on our farms or ranches, just blaring rap music, like screaming with the windows down, just going crazy. And so on the outside, I'm very country. I have that country, warm western attitude. I can swing dance like none other, like a boss, honestly. But on the inside, I'm a city kid. I really want to get out of the country and experience the city and, you know, get more of an exciting life than cows and pastures. What do you do for a living? If you have an interesting job, tell us about it. I don't have an interesting job. I actually work at the movie theater. Enough said. How would your friends or family describe you? Tell us the good and the bad. Well, I'm a little naive, not gonna lie. I'm very outgoing, like super outgoing, dangerously so. If there's an opportunity that arises or a new experience that I know I can just, you know, grow from, I will take it, you know, no matter what. I mean, there's just like serious negative consequences, but for the most part, I jump right in there. I just want to, you know, experience life to the fullest. I'm also super personable. I collect people. You know, some people collect rocks or stamps. I totally collect people. If they have a certain passion to them, that they love to do something or they love working with something, I just use that as a reach. And so, you know, I just find people fascinating and I just want to learn more about people. And so that's me. That's basically me in a nutshell. What is something that would surprise us to find out about you? My mom is actually from South Africa. She moved here when she was 12, and so, well, she's Dutch, South African, Dutch Afrikaans, and so her English is actually her second language. But there's a running joke in my family about my brothers and I, because my dad is raised in the States. We are all technically African American. I know, it's a bad joke. It's not that funny. But, you know, in Montana and Wyoming, where there's not a lot of minorities, we think it's kind of funny. How you interact with Kandi, the other participants. Well, I'm super personal, like I was saying, and I'm super open to criticism. You know, I think Kandi can make me a star. And so, I mean, in general, I'm open to people criticizing me or to, you know, I'm able to drop my ego on a dime if someone else has a better idea or is right. I get this personality or this trait kind of from my vice president. My vice president student council. In Wyoming, during my junior senior year, I was the state student council president for Wyoming, and so I helped put together the WASC convention and I hosted it. I also put together the state leadership camp that's during the summer, as well as representing Wyoming nationally. But in this position, my vice president helped work with me. Her name is Bridget Kelly. We're still dear friends, and she's awesome. But she is the most unlucky person I've ever met in my life. Like, just most unlucky. Almost like klutzy, but she's not klutzy. Like, it's not her fault. Like, she's not tripping over something. But just the worst things happen to her. Like, for golf, for example. I played golf all throughout my high school career, and she's super into golf. I have never been hit by a golf ball once. She has consistently been hit in the shins. Like, I have seen it happen. It's horrible. And she just kind of, she's got to laugh it off. Or, you know, when we travel and stuff, she'll find spiders, like, in her bag or something. Just the worst possible things that can happen to someone happen to her on a daily basis. But she always just, you know, gets over it with a smile. And that characteristic to try to drop things like that is just, it's incredible. And so I've strived to be like her. And, you know, I think I've gained that characteristic in time. Who are the most important people in your life? Well, my mom. My mom's the most important person in my life. She is the wind beneath my wings, so to speak. Being outgoing, I always try different, I go after new adventures and whatnot, and whatever task I take on or new opportunity I try to, you know, apply for, she's always there supporting me. She's always been supportive. I mean, even like my freshman year, like I just wanted to go to prom in a town that was 6 hours away, and she just said, go for it, you know? I was so young. Who sends their kid who's like, yeah, just go stay with some strangers, go have a fun, you know, party. I was blown away, and for that I thank her every day. What has been the toughest obstacle you've had to overcome? Well, in high school, I was a super overachiever. I was crazy. I mean, I had a 4.0 consistently. I graduated with a 4.0. I was salutatorian. I also did 12 extracurricular activities, like, consistently throughout high school. I was shooting for the top. I really wanted to, you know, get out of Wyoming and make something of myself. And so I strived for Ivy Leagues. I applied to Yale University and Brown University. I also talked to Whitman College because my stepbrother went there, who's huge in acapella, which I'm also into also. And so I thought, why not? Anyway, Yale deferred me. Brown waitlisted me, and then both of them fell through, and I didn't get in. However, Whitman College did accept me, and I also got nominated for the Ford Scholarship, which is this huge scholarship they give out to kids. They actually fly 30 kids, including myself, from across the country to go interview for a weekend there at the college. And it blew me away. When I landed, I found my tribe. Each one of those kids was insanely awesome and just like me. The way I tried to, you know, get out of my comfort zone and try to inspire kids to improve their communities positively and to show them that you don't need a position of power to make a difference. These kids each equally did that in their own communities. It wasn't that they were all brilliant, and some of them were brilliant, but what we each shared was drive. And I felt like if I went to that college, I could succeed in anything I did in life. Like, I was set. Like, this is where I have to go. There's no better place in the world I'd rather be. And so I was so happy. The obstacle, however, was I was with my dad. It was a little over a year ago. Over my it was kind of during my birthday weekend. I was celebrating with him, and my mom got a letter from Whitman College expressing my financial aid package, and it was really upsetting. She opened it. We were like really excited to open it, and she opened it, and of course I didn't get the scholarship. And the other thing was, when I applied to the Ivy Leagues, they decided to look at we talked to them about my financial aid package because my mom was considering marrying my now new stepdad. And they agreed to look at our real financial aid situation, or for our real financial situation, which would be my mom trying to raise myself and my two brothers. And so if I got into one of the Ivy Leagues, I would have had my college paid for, and I'd be able to afford to go to those schools. Whitman, however, being a private institution, didn't accept those same rules. And so when I opened that letter, my mom opened that letter, my estimated family contribution was $45,000 a year, which I cannot afford. I'd come out of college completely in debt, not even if I could get that many student loans. And I just remember she called me and she opened that and she just started crying on the phone, and she was so upset, and she just wondered how in the world everything I worked for could fall through so quickly with one letter. And she felt kind of guilty because she married, she's happily married now. I'm so happy for that, but because she married, I wasn't able to afford the school, and so that just kind of, it crushed me. It crushed me a lot, but now I'm at the University of Montana. My mom is happily married. They're great, and life's good. I can keep pursuing my dreams no matter what. It doesn't matter what college I get into. I can still keep fighting for it. Anyway, I think that's actually why America would root for me, I think, because I represent that percentage of kids who've worked their ass off, who strive for something better for their lives and for themselves, for their community, and who've fallen short. And it just kind of, it sucks, but you gotta be persistent, You just have to never give up. What is the most daring, crazy thing you ever done? I'm actually on the Pitch Perfect music video, the Starships music video, like from the movie Pitch Perfect. If you look on the DVD, I'm on the DVD like several times singing on there. Kind of cool. I still get people calling from Wyoming saying, "Is that you on the DVD?" And I'm like, "Yeah," That's kind of cool. What is your unique and personal motivation for wanting to be on the show? Explain why you'd be an excellent candidate. My unique and personal motivation is that I want to be somebody who inspires others. I want to be in that position. I want to be that superstar who shows that, yes, you can fall down. Yes, hard work and dedication sometimes fall short, but if you have to be persistent, you have to keep reaching for your dreams. No matter how far out they may seem, never give up. And I want to be that person. And not to mention, you know, I'm actually hugely in acapella, and that's kind of why I was on the Pitch Perfect DVD. I actually started an competitive acapella group at UM. And so if I was a rock star, if I was a pop star, I definitely incorporate a lot of acapella into it. You know, what other pop star is doing that? And so that's what I think I'd be a great candidate for the Kandi Factory. Anyway, I should probably sing for you. I'm going to sing The Man Who Can't Be Moved by The Script. Going back to the corner where I first saw you. Got my sleeping bag in hand, I'm not gonna move. Got some words on cardboard, got your picture in my hand, saying, if you see this girl, will you tell her where I am? Some try to hand me money, they don't understand. I'm not broke, I'm just a broken-hearted man. I know it makes no sense, but what else can I do? How can I move on when I'm still in love with you? 'Cause if one day you wake up and find that you're missing me, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I could be, thinking maybe you'd come back here to the place that we'd meet, and you'll see me waiting for you on the corner of a street, and I'm not moving, I'm not moving. Policeman says, son, you can't stay here. Tell him there's someone I'm waiting for, whether it's a day, a month, a year. I know it makes no sense, but what else can I do? How can I move on when I'm still in love with you? 'Cause if one day you wake up and find that you're missing me, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I could be, thinking maybe you'd come back here to the place that we'd meet, and you'll see me waiting for you on the corner of a street, and I'm not moving, I'm not moving. People talk about the man who's waiting on a girl. Oh, there are no holes in his shoes, but a big hole in his world. Oh, well, maybe I'll get famous as the man who can't be moved, and maybe you won't mean to, but you'll see me on the news, and you'll come running to the corner, 'cause you know it's all for you. He's the man who can't be moved. I'm the man who can't be, 'cause if one day you wake up and find that you're missing me, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I could be, thinking maybe you'd come back here to the place that we'd meet, and you'll see me waiting for you on the corner of a street, and I don't mind spending every day out on the corner in the pouring rain. Look for the girl with the broken heart. Ask her if she'd like to stay a while, and she will be loved, and she will be loved. Going back to the corner where I first saw you, got my sleeping bag in hand, I'm not gonna move. Thanks, Kandi.